Yeah. What's going on, people? You see what we're talking about? The viral TikToks from Chinese manufacturers falsely claim that luxury handbags are made in China. Who didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that? Please tell me y'all didn't. You didn't know that. Or you did know that. Did you know that? Did you know that Louis and that Birkin that you paying all that money for? It's made in China. That's what my man, some manufacturer, man, he hit the videos, man. It went viral on TikTok. It's trending on YouTube right now. But he blew the whistle and said that y'all been overcharged by some of these high-end brands because they making them right there, shipping them over there, and all they doing is switching the labels out. Can you believe that, people? Say it ain't so. They wouldn't do you like that, would they? Truth or fake? In response to DT's trade war, Chinese factories are flooding TikTok with viral videos claiming to expose the truth behind the manufacturing process of luxury handbags, including Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada. Allegedly, they're all made in China. We debunk these claims in this edition of Truth or Fake. That's what this article I found. You know what I'm saying? The video went viral, so I said, let me do a little digging, man. So everybody talking about it, man. Some people claim they got the plug to get the high-end stuff. It's just without the symbol on it. But who really wants it if they got the symbol on it? You know, that ain't that part of the reason why we buy this stuff. We fall in love with the brands. You know what I'm saying? There's another article here from The Root. China exposes insane markups of U.S. luxury goods and black internet loses it. Thanks to President Trump's recent tariffs, the country is strategizing on how to get goods directly to consumers and exposing secrets on how they're made. So this is a trade war we in, people. They playing with our minds, man. We're going to get into that, though. They playing with our minds. It's a trade war we caught up in. They been doing this dirty stuff. You know what I'm saying? You been overpaying. Things in the U.S. versus China tariff war have just reached a new height, and this time, popular luxury goods are at the center of it. And when we tell you why, you understand why folks on the internet are absolutely living for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's buzzing right now. I don't know if it's bigger than old Shay Lakers at 5, but it's big right now. As previously reported by the Root, President Donnie T announced he's increasing tariffs on Chinese manufactured goods, setting the rate at a whopping 145% in about 90 days. As a result, China decided to retaliate and hit the U.S. with an increase to and raise their tariffs on our goods to about 125%. So we in a little bit, back and forth here. The problem is they make damn near everything. So how you gonna, you know what I'm saying? In the days that followed, many Americans was understandably shook and confused as to how these tariffs would affect their pockets and the price of things they buy. Seeing that a lot of our clothes and shoes come from overseas, but thankfully, for many people out there, manufacturers in China decided to blow the lid on Trump's plan and took the TikTok to show how the U.S. consumers can buy directly from them to potentially avoid all the tariff turmoil. They say, come get it direct. We'll ship it to you. But won't the shipping get expensive though? You know what I'm saying? That's a little tricky there, folks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful for people claiming they can get you links directly to these great prices that they're talking about. And the quality is still suspect, right? I mean, it's still made in China. Specifically, when it comes to luxury goods such as purses, shoes, makeup, and more, Chinese manufacturers are spilling the tea on social media, and the tea has been spilled on how those high-ticket items from brands like Hermes, Prada, Chanel, and more are made in their country. They claim that they're just being shipped to Europe, where the labels are put on them and the prices get jacked up. Switcheroo. We make it, ship it out, you brand it, put your little stamp on it, and then they make it a claim that it's made in Italy, or it's made in America, but it was really made in China. In one video provided by News Nexus official, one Chinese manufacturer broke down the exact cost of each part of the coveted Birkin bag and explained how individually the parts are cheap. From the hardware to the leather to the thread, the bag only costs a little over $1,000. $10,000 to make, even though Hermes sells them from anywhere between $10,000 to $2 million. That's crazy. But now, thanks to these tariffs, if folks are trying to get out of shelling out high prices for the bag, they can get them directly from China, where they claim to use the exact same products and will sell the bags without the Hermes logo for a fraction of the price. But ain't that why you do it? Don't you want the logo? So if you ain't got the logo, some people gonna say that's a no-go. Some people want the logo. That's what they in love for. They think the logo means something to them. See what I'm saying? The logo ties into the ego. They done drop this on that, and you ain't got this. Let's see, in a similar video exposing how Chanel cosmetics are made from, another Chinese user on TikTok broke down the fact that it only costs manufacturing in her country $5 to make them, and that the luxury logo is just added on to the products in France. They also explained that it's simply a matter of brand brainwashing, because most consumers would think that the luxury brand would feel cheaper if it said made in China on it. Yeah, we do. Who makes Chanel cosmetics? 42% are crafted by Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap good, my man say. We do understand luxury, the woman said. The woman said, excuse me, ladies. The woman said, we don't do cheap. That's what the birds do. But we gonna get into that too, China. Y'all ain't innocent as you claiming to be. They act like they dropping tea helping us out. We gonna get into that. Naturally, once this info hit TikTok, folks were quick to get to talking. As noted by TikTok user The Kempire, he expressed his pleasure in how China is dropping receipts on the U.S. and how the luxury goods are made, likening the moment to the Real Housewives of Potomac season. I don't know, we're going to talk about it later. Honestly, this fight between China and the U.S. is giving Monique Samuel versus Giselle Bryant from season 5. There we go. The Real Housewives of Potomac, he said, and if you're a Housewives fan, you understand completely what I mean, because China has their binder out and they're exposing everything, and the reads are landing. The reads are epic. They really exposing. How many of y'all didn't know this, though? That's what I want to know. Y'all really thought you was getting A1, didn't you? You didn't know you was caught up in those bait and switches, they say, man, out here on the streets, man. They've been hustling these knockoffs for a long time. Now the knockoffs have finally got to a good quality where we're going to get into that too. In a similar video exposing how Chanel cosmetics are made, another Chinese user on TikTok. Man, I put this in here twice, y'all. I'm going to have to edit it and take that out. I don't know why I edited it twice. We reading the same thing over again. But yeah, man, basically saying that, you know, they make it, ship it out, they switch it, and act like they put their stamp of approval on it. It came out of their facility, which it didn't come out their facility. A Frenchman didn't make it, a Chinaman made it. That's what happened there, sir. No, we not going for that, man. We not going for that. I bet ain't going for that, because I bet know that something was fishy out there, people. And yeah. Hold on, I had to put the same damn slides twice on here. What is going on? Hold on, let me fast forward a little bit. We're gonna have to edit that out. Let me get the switch here. Bam, check this video out.
Chinese factories are exposing luxury brands made in China. They show the world where your $1,000 handbag or $100 pair of leggings really came from. They now offer you the exact same thing. No middlemen, no markup. In a bold move that looks more like economic warfare than manufacturing, Chinese workers have lifted the lid on a $1 billion fantasy. A large proportion of the handbags, shoes, and clothes that claim to be made in Italy or designed in Paris are actually produced in China. As Trump's new tariffs hit Chinese exports, factories are fighting back, selling directly to you online and denouncing the whole hypocrisy. On TikTok, it quickly went viral. A recent investigation found that Chinese-run factories paid workers $2 an hour to assemble Armani handbags that sold for $18, but they still bore the Made in Italy label. This is all smoke and mirrors. These TikTok revelations are shattering that illusion for good. If your $2,000 wallet is made by the same people but is a $50 replica, why pay 40 times more? It's not just China that is breaking the rules. The brand is gaming the system too. Now, the workers, who have been hidden behind the scenes, are stepping into the spotlight to show the world the truth.
Do you know how much a Chinese factory make for a pair of Nike shoes? $10. which sells $150 on the shelf. A Stanley cup, $50. The factory gets $1. $1. But when they sell millions of them, that's millions of dollars. And all surplus. That's where the surplus comes from. But for every $1 the factory made, somebody in America is making $49. Who is benefit from the globalization? And think about the pollution the factory has to cause in the local area. Who is benefit from the globalization? I don't know.
This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD.
Have you all seen that TikTok by the Chinese guy exposing how luxury goods are actually made? Basically, he says most of the luxury brands we use every day are actually made in China, then shipped to Europe just to get rebranded and sold back to us at insane prices. Like a wedding ring that would cost $2 in China somehow turns into a $2,000 ring. China is the world's biggest manufacturing hub. 80% of your Gucci, made in China. 60% of your Prada, also made in China. Even Chanel, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Nike, you name it. The only real difference? China ships the products to Europe, slaps on a Made in France or Made in Italy label, and boom. Luxury? It's ridiculous. While people are out here clowning Shein and Temu for being cheap and low quality, the expensive stuff you think is handcrafted in Paris or Milan? Yeah, that's made in China too. So what are you really worried about? Come on, your mega hat? That's made in China too.
Right, we're back. Y'all check the videos out, man. Y'all see what was going on? That's what we're about to get into. Right here, as you see, this is an Ego powered battery. For those of y'all who don't know, Ego makes lawn care equipment, blowers, weed eaters, and lawnmowers and stuff like that. So sometimes you can get them with the battery, or you can get just the equipment without the battery and the charger. Sometimes it's best to go ahead and start out with the starter pack when you get the battery and the charger with your the product that you get. But we're gonna get into it, man, and tell you about what China been doing. China know what they been doing, man, and they ain't really blowing the whistle, man. This right here is the Ego brand battery, right? So if you go on Amazon and try to get this Ego brand battery, man, I'm telling you, man, it costs about $200, $400, $500, $600, depending on what size battery you trying to get. And it's just crazy, man. I mean, you go on here, you trying to get the name, because that's really what you buying, the name. So you feel like, if I get the name, the battery must be some good. But that don't always mean that the battery's good because you get the name. You see right here, this is a small battery. This is 2.5 size, and it's $109. And the 4.0 size
$249.
we got the 5.0. That's what we want to talk about right here. The 5.0 is $299, y'all. That's the one I like to use. You get about 45 minutes of run time with this size battery, or maybe about an hour. You can get up to an hour, depending on how hard you hit it. That's them double D's right there. That's the big ones. Here we go. This is what you would consider a knockoff. This is not the Ego brand battery, but it's better because it's cheaper. It's the same battery. Both batteries is made in China. This is somebody's selling it as DTK. We don't even know what that stands for, people. It's just DTK. But if you look at the price of DTK, it's $69, man, with a 10% coupon off. So why would I be egotistical and say, I got to get the Ego battery because it's Ego? Man, I'm getting this right here all day and every day. Both of them made in China. If you look at the labels on them, both of them straight out of China, man. They've been doing this. It's just that a lot of people they love what they love, man. They feel like, I got the Louis, I got the Gucci. It make me feel like somebody, people. Man, this battery right here, the Ego battery, I got the very first one I got was a 2.5. It came with my first weed eater. It don't even hold a charge no more, people. It don't even hold a charge no more. So I had that about, look at that, made in China. I had that about a good, maybe 3 years on that battery. No, 2 years on that battery. So why would I pay that high price when both these batteries are made in China? Right there, made in China. Look at this. DTK 56V lithium ion 5.0 I don't know what that's that. Or something
Hours.
hour. I don't know, y'all. Y'all, you can find it out. But that's what the size of the battery I got. It's the 5.0. And there you go, right here. This the Ego. All you paying for is that sticker. And they got the black and green color that goes along with the brand. But the other battery is black. It look just as good, just as sharp. You out there weed eating, somebody goes, hey, check this video out.
DTK battery.
This is the video I just put together just to show you that I do actually have these products, own this product, can tell you about this battery here. The Ego battery is no better and not better. It won't get any better. It's the same battery. So if you are that serious about brands that you would pay $200-$300, shit. More. When you get this battery here for $69, I just showed you, and it had a 10% coupon. Why wouldn't you buy that battery? So that's basically, it's been going on a long time, man. China really acted like they did us a favor, but they really didn't do us a favor because y'all been knowing this. Now all of a sudden we got the little trade war, the tariff war going on. You want to act like you helping out the American consumer. Well, the quality of this stuff is still questionable. The quality of this stuff is still questionable. Control obsolescence. You get the stuff, it break. And we gonna get into that when I do my Ego weed trimmer video. We're gonna get that's next, that's coming. But yeah, people, man, stop paying all this money for this high-end stuff, man. Man, at the end of the day, all it's doing is dividing us up, man. You over here thinking you doing a little something because you got your Prada on, and you find out it was Nada. You got a lot of Nada. You done paid all this money for this Prada. You got your Chanel, and you realize you got on the retail, the wholesale, the resale. They mark everything up. That's the business model. People in it to make a little profit. And I bought this smartwatch one time. Got me on my Instagram feed. They tried to act like they was an American-based company, right? I come to find out, I do some searching. The same daggone watch is on Amazon. $40 cheaper, man. $40 cheaper, people. You know what I'm saying? Same watch. That's how they get you, man. You got to do your research as a consumer, man. Don't just buy. You can buy some, off impulse. But I wouldn't do no high-end shopping without sitting there thinking, searching, finding promo codes, doing what you can to save a little bit of cheese, man. There ain't a lot of cheese out here to go around, man. You got to, what they say, count your chickens. Ain't that what Marshawn Lynch tell you, count your chickens? So don't be buying this high-end stuff. China been known about this. And China done benefited off of this too, people. So they ain't innocent either, China. Where's the real plug? You know what I'm saying? So now I get the stuff. It don't have the Jordan label on it, or it don't have a Hermes label on it. You just got to buy it. So that ain't most people doing it because they make you feel like, they make you feel like you did something because you bought this brand. You fell in love with the brand. You've been told and sold about the brand. That's brand brainwashing. That's it's a form of magic if you think about it. If I really sat here and broke that stuff down, you got your color magic, you got your symbol, which becomes your sigil. It's a whole lot that go into this, people, and they run game on your brain. Now you got to buy what you got to buy, but I'm just telling you, do your due diligence and search the web and see if there are cheaper options, because most likely the majority of this stuff is coming straight from China. I remember I bought this radio off Amazon. Now somebody had them, put their brand on it, and it was selling it like it was marked up. I would say about $400. And I put this little radio in a Fiat 500 A-bar. The radio they was trying to get, I think, about $800 for it, and I found it off what DH? It might have been DH. It wasn't Alibaba. It might have been DH Gate. I think it was DH Gate. I'm not. This has been some years, but man, I got that thing for $200, man. Same radio. It just didn't have that brand that whoever started a business, came up with the idea, the name and everything, and they took the time to get it put on the product. That's really what's going on with it. So, yeah, you can maybe, but you got to be careful because there's a lot of people on TikTok saying, yeah, we got the site to where you can buy this bag cheaper. But you see what it said in the article that the bag won't have a symbol on it. So you just got a Birkin bag with no Birkin. That ain't Birkin. That ain't working. That's why people buy this stuff. They want the Nike symbol. They want the logo. So still, China, we still got quality issues. I come from an era, man, I was raised in the 80s. A little kid in the 80s and the 90s. It was quality back then. A Nautica shirt, a polo shirt, it would last you years, man. It was good cotton, man. And this ain't no knock at China. Y'all do a lot of stuff cheap. So when we hear made in China, it is a running joke, man. Oh, that ain't gonna last long. And a lot of this stuff don't last long. And that's just the reality of it. And but man, they ain't really they been doing this, people. You been buying all this high-end stuff. I stopped buying that high-end stuff, man. I don't buy that Nautica stuff and polo no more, man. I go get me a polo shirt off Amazon, man. Because you just caught up into the brand. You caught up into the label. You caught up into the symbol. The idea of having something that's exclusive. It's the exclusivity, that a lot of people look for. It's a lot of ego. The people, after hearing this right here, because a lot of people not going to hear it, but the people that's hearing this, and then, they go places and talk about this and discuss this, they still going to buy that high-end shit. They still going to go in there and buy that Gucci, man. They going to buy it. Because it's here. It's psychological. They think they got something that's worth something. It's something of value, man. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shorten this. We getting it about the 20-minute mark. But yeah, China act like they doing something. Like they told you something. Man, China, if y'all really want to do something, y'all get with the U.S. government and pay black folks reparations, man. Because y'all whole economy, I say, I'm gonna be bold with it. The majority of y'all economy, how y'all built up a lot of y'all wealth is off of black women's hair and black women's hair products. And black men too, we be going in there getting them do-rags and them little wing and rice plates. Now they charging you $17, $18 for some General Tso's, chicken, tofu, shrimp. They ain't doing them and throwing the sauce on there. You go, this inflation, man, all these governments got something to do with this, man. They, what I'm saying? They got you caught up in, oh, it's China, oh, it's America. No, man. It's a lot of them greedy mofos at the top, man, and we done got to this point, man, that they throwing dirt on each other, man. Trump gonna fire back probably and say something about them, Meanwhile, he got factories over there. He making money with the good Chinaman. So, don't let them fool you, people. They playing games, man, trying to act like you gonna still go buy this same stuff that got the suspect quality that we been getting. You just getting it cheaper. But if I'm getting it from him for about, let's say they said that bag was $1,000, right? You just ain't gonna have a symbol on it. I guess you could go put your own symbol on there if you want. The quality probably still is suspect. Y'all ain't noticed the quality of most of these products lately, man. They don't last long. They ain't strong. The average 10-year-old break a lot of this stuff, man. I'm rough on stuff, so I know. I've been rough on products for a long time. But yeah, man, China say, what they say, what's the saying? What they got to do with the tea in China? It got to do with they dropping tea. They said, come get it, wholesale. We the plug, we gon' tell, we can't fail. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we gonna get out of here, man. Space time. Like, share, and subscribe, man. But do your research, man. Don't just be buying stuff because you think it's high end or you fall in love with the brand, man. Go out there and see if it's a cheaper version of that, man, because that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the name, man. You fell in love with the brand, man. You fell in love with the Mac. And that's how they get you, man. So go out there and see. Like that battery, man. I got that battery. Same battery, man. It just don't have the Ego logo on it. And I saved a whole lot of money, man. A whole lot of money. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these lithium ion batteries, they won't hold a charge after about a year, 2, 3. It depends on the quality of where it was made, and not, we know it was made in China, but I'm saying in that manufacturer's facility, they might, this model over here might not get certain parts that's gonna make it last a little bit longer, is what I'm getting at. So yeah, man, don't pay all that money for that stuff, man. Yeah, go ahead and most of this stuff made in China, man. We don't even know we might be made in China. Have you looked at the back of yourself lately? I don't know if a sticker back there say made on China. Dottie T might be made in China. This version we got of Dottie T might actually come straight out of China. You know what I'm saying? So next time you read that fortune cookie, I hope it's got good fortune on it. Don't buy all this high-end shit. I'm out of here.